Welcome back, my loves, to your energy, your message for the week. So let's take a look and choose our piles. Let's make this pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. At the bottom of the deck, we have, boat. Money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. So this sounds like a really prosperous reading to me. I always look at the bottom of the deck to see what energy is flowing for all 3 piles. So this is a message of prosperity. And the ship is also a word for the mind. So it's almost like in this reading, we want the focus to be on prosperity, on what it is that you want to actually receive. So take a moment to feel which deck is calling to you, and then check the time codes below, and there you can see where your pile begins. I'm looking forward to the reading. Hello, pile number 1. So again, at the bottom of the deck, when pulling all 3 piles, was the card money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. So I know that this is going to be a common theme throughout all of the readings. And also the ship is also a word for the mind. So I was listening to a spiritual teacher who was talking about the boat as being in some symbolic texts, such as the Bible, being a metaphor for the mind. So this reading could also possibly be about staying focused on what it is that you actually want to create, because it's coming. It's coming, and there's no reason to despair or to be worried. Instead, there are opportunities waiting for you. So let's take a look at your card. Oh my gosh, Dolphin. Financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So this sounds to me like there's opportunity, there's windfall. You have a lot to look forward to. And what I'm also seeing is in both cards, there's a sun here and here. So to me, this is about not only shining, but these suns seem very warm to me. So in the way that you speak about yourself, in the way that you think about yourself, making sure your thoughts are warm regarding your future, your thoughts are warm. And dolphins are also symbols of play. You know, they're very intelligent creatures. They're also known for being very spiritual creatures, having the ability to communicate through, telepathy, different ways. They're just known for being very connected, very intuitive, very playful. So it's like you're being called to be playful, to release worry, and to allow that reassurance and that trust to come through, to, protect yourself from any thoughts or energies that would have you feeling like less than, or feeling like, things aren't necessarily working out for you, or things seem to work out for everyone else, but for me, it seems more difficult. It looks to me like you may have been going through different trials, different experiences that are helping you to begin to think about yourself in a way that is higher, of a higher vibration. And now there are opportunities that can genuinely flow to you. So let's see, what persona can help you to continue to usher in this financial gain. Okay. So at the bottom, we have Ananda Mayi Ma, the joy permeated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. And the joy permeated mother fits well with the dolphin, like bringing more joy, bringing happiness into your life. So with these 2 cards, we're wanting to find out like what attitude, what energy can really help you usher in this financial gain. Okay, so here we have the cosmic egg, the divine feminine. I hold the universe within me. I am a force for ever expanding love. So this is about you having the power within you and beginning to see yourself really as this powerful, universal, very creative and godly being, and no longer allowing yourself to get lost in thoughts and in energy that would see you as less than fertile, less than capable. This is about you, the soul being divine energy, and you are the soul. So you hold all of the expanding potential of the universe within you. And it's almost like the reading is saying it's time to recognize that. Here we have Sappho the poetess. I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. So for some of you, I'm getting two different messages. Some of you are writers, and writing is going to be a way for you to open up doors of abundance. So you may have been thinking of creating, writing a book, creating a play, publishing an ebook, creating a journal. There may have been thoughts about a blog. Some of you are writers who have a very poetic style, poetic kind of energy that can help you. I mean, look at the red that she's wearing. That can help you really strengthen your root chakra, strengthen your financial prosperity through writing. Others of you, I feel like this has more to do with how you see yourself, how you see your body, being in a position to really love yourself, because here we have the spiritual with the cosmic egg, and then the physical with I love every inch of my body. So some of you may also struggle with the human part of this path, feeling like you're more of a spiritual being and you're trying to understand how best to balance the physical with the spiritual. So here, this is like a message, loving your humanity, enjoying the parts of you that make you human, the parts of you that make this experience also finite, because, through the godly spiritual experience, we know that everything is continuing on. We know that this is an expansive existence that goes beyond just this lifetime. And for that reason, enjoying this lifetime particularly, because we know that even though there'll be other lives and other experiences in the beyond, nothing will be the way that it is in this lifetime. So instead of deploring how things are, allowing yourself to really enjoy and trusting that you are protected. So with this card, I was asking more like, who are you? Like, what strength do you carry within you? And we have Xiao Zhuanjing, the mystic of peace. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. And look at that. Look at the mind coming up with the boat. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. So it's like financial prosperity is here for you. What's important is to allow yourself to be at peace, to trust. And one of the ways that you can really open up to that peace may be through writing, through poetry. So let's get one more clarifying card. Oh, there's one that just fell out. Let's see. At the bottom of the deck, wow, we have victory in some endeavor. So your reading is completely talking about you being victorious, financial gain coming through because of things you've done in the past. This is a karmic payout for all the positivity that you've brought through, so allow yourself to be that poet, to write, to journal, and also to just be proud of yourself and trust that, the divine energy of the universe is being carried through you. Look at this, cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. So you may be struggling, feeling like, there are so many broken pieces. I've done all I can. And this reading is like, do not give up, and do not allow this dissatisfaction you're feeling to make you think that this is the truth. At the bottom, we have victory in some endeavor. So release this dissatisfaction with life and trust that victory is coming. And sometimes it takes time. At the bottom of the deck, we also have marriage and reconciliation and new creative ideas. So marriage can be a romantic relationship. It can also be connecting to some kind of project or endeavor. and that there's some reconciliation. So things that you thought were lost or weren't working out in a way that you may not have expected. So being open to different forms of abundance, or being open to this, can be a relationship, it can be a project, whatever it is that you felt committed to, really taking a new form and a new shape with new ventures and a fresh start. So it's like you may have thought that something didn't work out, but it's like it's working out, but in a way that you might not expect. And look what's coming: recognition, merit, and award. And here we have October and here vacation. So I think it's time for you to relax into this trust and allow yourself to move forward, knowing that victory is at hand. So we're going to put down the cracked cup, this dissatisfaction with life, but we're going to cover it with this victory, because we know what belongs to you is coming to you. You've done the work. This is what the dolphin is saying, usually coming from something you did in the past, financial gain. So what I see here with these cards is something might not have worked out in the way that you expected, but trust, because you remain steadfast, because you didn't give up, because you showed strength, the abundance is coming, but maybe in a form that you didn't necessarily expect. So this reading, to me, if I were to sum it up, it's do not give up. You are victorious. Not you will be victorious. You are victorious, and it's going to start showing itself in the physical. So congratulations, my love. Open up to that joy. Open up to joy and allow the joy and playfulness to help you really allow in what it is that belongs to you. The old, and that's what I like about fall. The fall is like that, the old things being released so that the new can come in. And so I feel like Mother Nature reminds us sometimes we have to let go of the things that are wilting, the things that no longer serve, so that what it is that, wants to bring us harmony, wants to bring us abundance can come through. So congratulations, my love. Keep moving forward. You've done very well for yourself. If you would like to do my coaching, the Rebel Path, which will lead you to coming more deeply into who you are and rebuilding your life, and if desired, also your business, then take a look at the description below to see how we can connect. And I just look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Hello, pile number 2. This is your reading for the upcoming 7 days. No matter when you're looking at this, this is a message that you need to hear. So at the bottom of the deck was boat, money and property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. And the boat is kind of like a symbol of the mind. So this is about keeping your mind focused on what it is that you want to achieve. And it's interesting that I had to focus the camera at that moment. So it's really keeping your mind focused on this coming through for you. This is a time of prosperity, and there are opportunities open to you. You may have felt like, not really for me, but let's see. July. So to me, this card, whenever I see July, to me, it's not just about the month July. So it may be that you're working towards something and you're going to really start to see fruits of your labor coming within the next months, depending on when you're watching this. If you're watching it now, then it's probably about 10 months. But what I'm also seeing here is the white is kind of reminding me of like, this is being painted, this is being created, this image right now. So it may be your thoughts where your focus is beginning to create this image, and you want the warmth of the sun. And in astrology, the sun is a very creative energy, and your sign is always dependent on where the sun is in your birth chart. So if you're a Scorpio, if you're a Taurus, for example, the sun was in those signs at the time of your birth. And so many people think that their sign is describing who they are, but it's not, because its sun energy is actually describing how you can integrate yourself creatively this lifetime. It's more about creative integration. So part of this reading is going to be about how you can bring more of your creative essence into your life, and that will also help you open up doors of abundance. So I see this as timing, but I also see it as an essence. So really allowing yourself to be creative. So what I want to ask with these cards is what energy, what attitude will help you usher in this creative opportunity and this windfall. Here we have Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. We also have Kali, the mother of the universe, and Miao Shan, the princess of mercy. Okay. So with Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion, she's a goddess that we often call on when we're doing Reiki. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. So Kuan Yin is all about different forms of love and allowing compassion, allowing love to help you release blockages in any form of suffering, which is why she's so important for us in Reiki, because Reiki is basically Rei, universal energy. Ki is life force. And it's calling that life force, universal life force energy, in order to release blockages and to call in more unconditional love from the universe. So this is calling in more love. And with Kali, I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. And Kali can be a bit scary, you know, but here is not a person that you see her holding the head of. It's a bad habit. So Kali is like this symbol of letting go of habits, situations, people, things that do not serve you so that you can really become the truth of who you are. It's kind of like Virgo energy in astrology. It's really, it's the mother, it's this, the cleansing, the regenerative energy of the mother. Miao Shan is the princess of mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. And with this giving is receiving, that's also Virgo energy. It's understanding that through service is how we're able to receive. It's how we open up the doors to receive what it is that we are, wanting to create and experience in this lifetime. So let's see if there are any clarification cards for this. Temporary problems, deep friendship with someone of the same sex, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So you may feel like things just aren't working out for me. Every time I try, something's not quite going the way that I thought it would. But these are just temporary issues. It's kind of like the moon. Things happen in cycles and phases. And what can be really helpful to you right now is community. And, you know, asking the people who you trust for support, for help. Some of you may also feel drawn to someone of the same sex and might be a little uncomfortable, but it's all about embracing who you are, the authenticity of who you are. And it goes beyond self-acceptance into this compassion, this I love myself for who I am and how I am. The shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So the fox always comes up for me physically, because sometimes I see a fox in front of my front door when I'm needing help and support on my path with my business or with my job. You know, back when I was working full-time, now I'm full-time in my own business, but I used to be full-time working for a company. And the fox always shows up when we need a bit of clarity for our path and for, you know, what it is that we're wanting to create. And so this is wanting to give you courage and to support you also in getting, you know, hooking up with the community that you need in order to receive the support you need. So Kuan Yin is an energy about prayer. Her name translates in Chinese as the one who perceives the cries of the world. So I feel like this is like you might have been praying, you might have been reaching out, you might have been asking for help. And look at the bottom of the deck. Rita of Kashya, the patroness of impossible causes. I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. Look at that with prayer coming up again. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. So this is an opportunity to reach out to the universe, to ask for help, you know, because we have free will. So when we need support, it's important that we ask for help. And it's also important that we allow ourselves to be supported by a community. So some of you may want to start a mastermind, a small group of people who have like-hearted, like-minded interests that get together to support each other and give accountability to each other on a regular basis as they move forward to achieve certain goals. So you may want to use your resourcefulness in your community and create a community or join a community. I offer mastermind groups. And I've seen the power of these groups. So I can only encourage you to start one of your own or join one for your business and your job goals, but also for your personal goals, the things that are important to you where you feel like you could use some compassion, some understanding for people who are in a similar situation, and allowing people who have a similar vision to come together, because that's the white tiger as a spirit animal represents vision. So this reading to me, if I were to sum it up, it's do not give up, similar to the first pile. Do not give up. Show yourself more compassion. Release what does not positively serve you and give yourself permission to start sharing your gifts. Like the sun, this creative integration, this creative self-expression. Allow yourself to share your gifts with the world. And there's a lot of mother energy here. And, you know, a great part of July is also Cancer energy, which is also the mother energy. So allow yourself to share your creative genius with the world. Okay, so that's your reading pile number 2. Your money and prosperity are coming through self-belief, self-compassion, allowing yourself to show your creativity, releasing what doesn't serve so you can make space for the new, and allowing new relationships to flow to you, creating that mastermind group or that group that comes together to support each other so that you can really enjoy this lifetime. So I'm sending so much love, so many hugs. And if you would like to work together to move forward on your rebel path, you can see my coaching offer in the description below. And I look forward to seeing you definitely in the next reading. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Now, at the bottom of the deck was boat. So I feel like all 3 piles have this message of money and prosperity coming through an inheritance, winning, or windfall, something that is yours flowing to you. Now, the boat is also a metaphor. I happened to fall asleep yesterday, and before I went to sleep, I just listened to maybe 10 minutes of this spiritual teacher talking, and he mentioned the ship being the mind. And I thought how interesting that today at the bottom of the deck, because I had a dream, and in the dream I saw myself using these T cards, these cards, and interesting, at the bottom of the deck was a ship. So I feel like part of this is about where's your mind, and if your mind is focused on what it is that you deserve and what it is that you want, because you really deserve prosperity. You deserve this inheritance, this windfall coming through. So let's take a look at your card, because we want to know, how can we support this manifestation that's coming in? Door, opportunities are waiting for you. How beautiful. So let's find out what energy can help you open up these doors of opportunity. Now, my feeling is these doors are already open. My question is, are you walking through, or are you kind of suspended like the Hanged Man? But the Hanged Man in the tarot is really all about seeing things from a different perspective. You know, it's opportunity is also a very spiritual card. So I'm wondering if you're not quite walking through the doors of opportunity, and it's time for you to free yourself and give yourself permission to do so. So let's see what attitude can help you walk through those doors of opportunity. And then let's see like what strength you already carry with you. I'm feeling like this one. Okay. So here at the bottom, okay, you may want to check out pile number 1, because she was at the bottom of pile number 1 as well. Ananda Mayima, the joy permeated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. So this card, in your case, is talking to me about self-leadership and authority. So really stepping up and being the leader who says, these doors of opportunities are open to me and waiting for me, and I'm going to step through. I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts the resources and support. So as you move forward on your path and you walk through these doors of opportunity, you're going to start seeing resources and support flow to you. So what may be happening now is that you're kind of doubting the possibilities. You're really feeling like, I don't know if this is working out for me, when really the door is open and all you need to do is walk through it. So what is Spirit calling you to do? Is it teaching? Is it speaking? Is it writing? Is it dancing? Is it, it's just pouring into what you feel you've been called to do and really building it. So if you have your own business, building it in a business model that really allows abundance to flow to you. If you're exchanging time for money, like if you're doing it on an hourly basis, you may want to open up to more package deals, where you're allowing the value of what you're offering to really flow to you. Amaterasu, the goddess of light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. I love this story. I'm going to share it with you in a second. And Rabia, the queen of saintly women, I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. Okay, I'm going to hold your hand while I say this. But I feel like there's a message that you know exactly what you need to do and you're not moving on it. Because Rabia is saying, I move the way love asks me to move. And it's like you're being asked to move. This abundance is wanting to come through to you. Like it's almost like the universe is saying, my daughter, I want to bless you. We live in a material and a spiritual world where this duality is present. So what I need for you to do in order for me to do what I've promised to do for you is for you to be creative, bring that creativity, pour out this jug, like share what it is that you have in service of divine love so that what it is that I want to bring to you can flow to you. And Rabia is a bit of a rebel. So if you're feeling like, oh my God, I want to do it, but it's kind of going against status quo, all visionaries and pioneers go against the status quo. That's like the definition of what they do. So it's all about courage and it's all about trust, because if the divine love is asking you to do it in service, then it's really meant to work out. Then really there's a message there, like you're held, you're protected. So I love Amaterasu's story. She felt discouraged, and she is the goddess of light. So with her comes the dawn, comes the morning, and something happened that really upset her. So she went into a cave. And so for the time that she was in the cave, the world had no light. And she was just sad and hid herself away in the cave, hid away her light. And the goddess of joy recognized what Amaterasu was doing, that she was hiding herself. And by hiding herself, she was depriving the world of light. So the goddess of light put a mirror in front of the cave door. And Amaterasu went to see, like, what is this commotion? And she saw this brilliant light at the front of the cave door and realized it was a mirror, and the light she was seeing was her own light. And this is how the goddess of joy drew Amaterasu back out of the cave and was able to bring light back into the world. So I feel like with this reading, like Spirit is holding up a mirror to you, a door to you, saying, Spirit is putting a mirror at the door of this cave and saying, my love, you are so beautiful. You are so bright. Allow your light to shine in the world. And it may feel a bit rebellious, but I need visionaries. I need pioneers right now. I need people willing to say the obvious, people willing to say the things that are rooted in divine love so that we can raise the vibration here. So this is an incredible reading. You're that goddess of light and the world needs your light. So let's see what strength you already have. Wow, this is the white buffalo calf woman, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. So to me, this is the service of divine love that you bring, is that you have a bit of a prophetess energy. You're able to see things, speak things that may not be quite obvious to others. And your wisdom is needed. And so this is also Gemini energy to me. And remember, you have all 12 signs in your birth chart. So even if you're not a Gemini sun, or you don't have the sign Gemini, you still have that energy somewhere in your chart. So for example, I'm a Taurus, but I have 3 placements in the sign of Gemini. I have 3 planets there that are calling me, Gemini, to speak as a messenger, which is why I'm doing this today. So the white buffalo calf woman represents the sacred vision that gives us hope that all will be provided for us. Tasanwi, or white buffalo calf woman, is the primary cultural prophet of the Lakota religion. Buffalo are considered sacred to the Plains people and are seen as messengers from the ancestors. A Lakota legend says that 2 young scouts went out in search of food during a famine. They saw a stunningly beautiful woman appear before them in a radiant white light. Look at us having this theme of the radiant white light with Amaterasu and with the white buffalo calf woman. And look at the light behind Rabia. So back to the text. The first scout approached her with unholy intentions, and the second scout watched as the first man turned to bones the instant he tried to touch her. She was clearly Lila Wakan, very holy. Thankfully, he knew this. She asked him to approach her because she could see into his heart and knew his intentions were good. She told him to prepare for her arrival in the village. He went back and gathered everyone together. She appeared before them and taught them the 7 sacred rites of the Lakota people, including the sacred pipe ceremony that binds men and women together in a circle of love and mutual respect. So depending on what culture you come from, you may not recognize that the Lakota people are a Native American tribe. And the white buffalo woman, it says here, is a sacred reminder that we don't have to struggle to receive all that we've desired. When we join our heart's longing with action, we find that there's a sacred way to move through the world. The sacred way is a path of steady, quiet alignment between the heart's intention and our every step. And look at that, the message, the door of opportunity is open. Are you walking through it? And the Lakota woman is bringing this message of aligning your heart's longing with action. Again, the duality of this world, bringing together the spiritual and the material. The spiritual being belief, the material being action. White buffalo calf woman is an omen of hope that all will be provided for us when we approach each situation with love. What she wants us to focus on is the intention behind an action, because that changes the outcome. She's a sacred prophetic sign that we can receive what we need without fighting for it or trying to secure it through manipulation. When prayer joins right action, when we move from that intention of creating only more love, then abundance is inevitable. And when we seek not just for ourselves, but also for the benefit of our loved ones and community, our needs are divinely met. The most sacred path is the one abundant with love. So I'm going to give you the meditation question for you to journal on. It says, what is my intention for the work I am currently doing? So this all speaks of divine love. Here we've got Arabia, I am in service of divine love. And the white calf woman talks of taking action that's rooted in divine love. So this is all about you taking action, you bringing together your creativity with the spirituality of self-belief and belief in the universe and the universe's desire to support you. But what I'm also seeing is you're protected, because the first scout, when he tried to touch her, he disintegrated. The second scout showed the respect that she deserved, and then she taught him and his people the 7 Lakota rites. So what I'm seeing is those who do not respect what you bring to the table will not be able to have an effect on you. But those who recognize your wisdom and the creativity that you offer, which with Gemini energy, sometimes we don't recognize the power of what it is that we're speaking. We think, oh, everybody knows this, or, it's obvious, but it's not. So this is you trusting. And look, we have muddled, unclear thinking. This is the ship again. So it's releasing the muddled, unclear thinking and releasing heartache and trusting everything that belongs to you is coming to you. Okay, so let's look at those 2 cards. Look at the box. You will receive a gift at the bottom of the deck. Look at that. You will receive a gift. Danger, especially in money matters with the bear, and wealth. So to me, this is like someone being afraid and feeling concerned about finances at the moment. And it's like, this is unclear thinking. It's time for you to focus on the boat, focus on this windfall, focus on this gift that is coming through, because wealth is pretty much promised to you. And look here, boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. And right below that, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. But I do notice here that the card of great personal sorrow. So you may feel like, boy, you've just experienced a lot at the moment that has been difficult to you. But look, a sincere wish will be granted. So it's time to release the sorrow, release the sadness. It's been a long journey, either physical or mental, but you will leave wiser at the end. Okay? And for those of you who are having trouble believing, look, accept valid criticism. So it's like, believe, accept what's being told to you. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. It's time to allow this gift, these doors of opportunity, it's time to step through so this gift of wealth can come to you. So I'm going to take this muddled, unclear thinking, this danger in money matters, this fear that, financially it may not work out. And we're going to cover this with wealth and starting to take the steps that can help you move forward. Okay? So you will receive a gift and increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So that is your magnificent reading, pile number 3. And remember, the Joy Permeated Mother was also at the bottom of the first deck if you want to check out pile number 1. So this is your reading, and thank you so much for giving me the honor of reading for you. You're a great light, and it's like the universe is coaxing you out into the world so that you can be seen. And if I can help you on your rebel path, Rabia the Rebel, if I can help you on your rebel path with my rebel coaching. So it's called The Hero Rises is the coaching program, and the method that we use is called the Rebel Path. And if you would like to join that coaching program, you can find the information in the description below. And I'm just sending so much love to you. I'm so proud of you. It's time to let go of the things that didn't work out in the past and to walk with confidence into your prosperous present and future. I'm sending so much love. I'll see you in the next reading.